Good morning, class. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we'll take the another revolution which took the same year, that is October Revolution. In February Revolution, we have seen the relation between the provisional government and the Bolshevik party. They were not good, and stern measures were taken to control the Bolshevik party, and the leaders flee away. So here we'll see October Revolution in 1917, what happened afterwards. So we have seen that Lenin feared the provisional government would set up the dictatorship. And in September, he began discussion for an uprising against of government. So Bolshevik supporters in the army, Soviets and factories were brought together for the discussion. In 16 October, what happened? On 16 October, Lenin persuaded the Petrograd Soviet and Bolshevik party agreed to socialist seizure of power. Seizure of power means किसी तरीके से उनको कब्जा करना या उनको अभिग्रहण करना या उनको अपने हाथ में ले लेना. So a military revolution committee was appointed by the Soviet to organize a seizure. So for that, a military revolutionary committee was appointed by the Soviets, and the uprising began on October 24, 1917. Sensing trouble, Prime Minister Alexander Kerensky left the city to summon the troops, and military men loyal to the government seized the building two Bolshevik newspapers, and the pro-government troops were sent to take over the telephone telegraph officials to protect the Winter Palace. Military revolutionaries committees ordered to seize government offices and arrest the minister. Hope you understand this. Means the situation you can understand that a military revolutionary committee was appointed by the Soviets. Soviet you can understand that is the councils under Lenin Trotsky to organize the seizure, means they wanted to take away all these in their own under control, and date of event was kept secret. It was not told to anybody so that chaos or the things cannot be known by other people. So uprising began on 24 October. Sensing trouble, Prime Minister Kerensky left the city, summoned the troops, and at down military men loyal to the government seized the building and Bolshevik newspaper. So this was another thing happened, like Aurora ship sailed Winter Palace in Petrograd. Means the ship, particularly late in the day, ship and other vessels sailed down in Nova, took over the various military points. And by the nightfall, what happened? The city was under the committee control and ministers had surrendered. So this happened in a particular day, and the meeting of the Russian All Congress, Soviet and Petrograd, the majority approved Bolshevik action. Uprising took place in the cities. Means all in all, the result was that the heavy fighting, especially in Moscow, by December, Bolshevik controlled Moscow Petrograd area. So this was the result of that event, what had happened. So this was taken, means now the rule of Bolshevik party. Now what was the effect of this revolution? We'll see here. Means what had happened. Though the things were taken on the track, but sometimes when the power came in the hands of Bolshevik leaders, the situation sometimes gone wrong. We'll see here, most of industries and banks were nationalized in November 17. This was the program. In April thesis you have seen the demand was that land should be redistribution, war should be stopped, and bank should be nationalized. So most of industries and bank were nationalized in November 1917. Land was declared as a social property and peasants were allowed to seize and land of the nobility. Use of old aristocratic titles were banned, like Tsar. Remember the leader, the monarch who has named Nicholas II, but Tsar Nicholas. Tsar, the title was given to them. So as many kind of title was banned, means people were not allowed to keep any title with their name. So new uniform was designed. Now you can see in the picture like the cap. Okay. In French Revolution we have seen the Farian cap was used. Here you see that this Budenoka cap was introduced and new design of army uniform was introduced. So Russia became one party state here now, and trade unions were kept under the party control. Means union were allowed, but they will be after the party control. And secret police called Cheka first leader OGPU and NKVD punished the anti-Bolsheviks. Means some rule regulation was conducted for that, like if anybody is criticizing, their people will be behind the bar, they will be arrested. And but after this, what happened, you'll see that the election took place, because the main portion is gone from here, so I take you to NCERT so that you can understand that paragraph even. So we have seen the new uniform was designed for army, and Bolshevik party renamed the Russian Communist Party afterwards when they formed the government. In November 1917, Bolshevik conducted the election to the Constituent Assembly and failed gain the majority support. Means once election held after forming the government, they did not gain the support. Reason behind: Assembly rejected Bolshevik measures. Lenin dismissed the assembly. Means he believed that we are in popularity, automatically we will win the election. So he thought that all the Russian Congress Soviet was more democratic than assembly elected uncertain condition. In March 1918, despite opposition by the political elites, the Bolshevik made peace with Germany. You know that people were against of Germany, and he met with Germany, so that's why the people did not like this, so that's why he defeated election. In the years of followed, Bolshevik became one only party to participate in the election, and all Russian Congress and Soviets which became parliamentary in the country, Russian became one party state. Trade union were kept under the control, and I told you that this was the control, like OGPU and NKVD punished those who were criticized Bolshevik. Means like a dictatorship they formed. And many young writers, artists rallied to the party because it stood up for socialism and change. After October Revolution 1970, this led to the experiments with the arts and architecture, but many became disillusioned because the censorship of party encouraged. Means like people were writing only for the parties, not for the government. So this was about October Revolution, and after this we'll proceed to the Civil War and another measures which were taken making society socialist in the next videos. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.